Hello, it's Phil Thatch at SEC Football Forecast, and I'm coming at you with another Quick Picks video. We'll be doing one of these videos for all 14 teams in the Southeastern Conference, but today we're going to focus on the University of Kentucky Wildcats. First, let's take a look at their schedule from last year and how they did, courtesy of FBschedules.com. The Wildcats were 7-6 overall with a 3-5 record in the Southeastern Conference. Their conference wins were against Florida in Florida. They beat Mississippi State at home, and they beat Missouri in Missouri. They qualified for the Music City Bowl, where they played the Iowa Hawkeyes and got skunked 21-0. Kentucky lost their talented quarterback Will Levis to the NFL draft, but they transferred in a veteran signal caller named Devin Leary from NC State. Here is their 2023 schedule with difficult games against Georgia and Alabama in the same season. All right, that's enough blah, blah, blah. Let's get into these picks. Kentucky opens their season at home against Ball State. That should be an easy win for the Wildcats. In week 2, it's another easy home game against Eastern Kentucky and another easy win. Akron comes to town in week 3, and this should be another easy win for the Wildcats. Kentucky suffered an embarrassing loss against Vanderbilt last year at home. This year they travel to Nashville. I think they've got this one circled on their calendar, and I think they'll be ready for the Commodores. Florida comes to town next on the schedule, and I think Florida is really going to struggle this year. I think Kentucky should beat them. It might be close, but I think Kentucky will win this game, and just like that, the Wildcats are 5-0 to open the season. Don't get too excited, though, because the following week, the Wildcats travel to Athens, Georgia to face the reigning national champion Georgia Bulldogs. I think their team is only getting stronger. This should be an easy win for the Bulldogs. I see them beating Kentucky by about 2 touchdowns or more. The Wildcats are back home in week 7 where they face Missouri, and I believe they'll beat Missouri pretty handily. Next, the Tennessee Volunteers come to town, and the last time they played in Kentucky, Tennessee lost for the first time in many, many years, but I think Tennessee will win this game in Kentucky, and there's another SEC loss for the Wildcats. Next, the Wildcats travel to Mississippi State where they face the Bulldogs, and I believe this will be a close game, but in the end, I think Kentucky will win. It's a tough game in week 11 for the Wildcats as the Crimson Tide rolls into Lexington. I see this as an easy win for Alabama, another loss for the Wildcats. In week 12, the Kentucky Wildcats head over to South Carolina to face the Gamecocks. This could be a really close game, but I feel like the Gamecocks will win this one in the end. And finally, in week 13, the Wildcats travel from Lexington to Louisville where they'll face the Cardinals. I think they should win that game relatively easily. There you have it, my 2023 Kentucky Wildcats picks. I've got them at 8-4 overall and 4-4 in the conference. DraftKings has them at 6.5 wins, so I think more of them than DraftKings does, but I do think those games against Georgia and Alabama will be really tough, and Tennessee and South Carolina pretty tough as well. Tell me what you think about my picks for the Kentucky Wildcats this year in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to take a moment and reach down and hit the thumbs up button. That really helps me out. And if you want to see some more of these quick picks videos, make sure and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That's going to do it for this week. Thanks for watching. So long from SEC Football Forecast.